Open Hexagon.
There we go, we are logged in. Alright, I still have a little bit more setup to do, but we'll get the stream going in a moment. Alright. Looks like that's going. Pop out chat. Actually, we should just do this. Okay, and then one last check, make sure that the stream is up publicly. Looks like it. Should do something about that thumbnail though. Yeah, okay, so that's where I would do that. Alright, well, I'll think about that for next tournament then. Okay, well, let's get this show on the road. Okay, turn up the brightness. Before continuing, I should see what the current tiers are for that. Well, that's interesting. For Division 2, if you make 50 seconds on automation, you're getting 50 points. Based on what we just saw there, that seems unreasonably easy. Okay, I see what the deal is. There's no 3D here. So you're gonna be capped just based on how far ahead you can look. If you're accustomed to Super Hexagon and you've played Hexagonist, Hyper Hexagonist rather, you're going to be pretty comfortable with that. That would have been the wrong way anyway. Ooh, I forgot to send the link to the stream in a couple of places. I'll do that after this run. Alright, so we're going to have a stream here, and then I'll also send one in SG, why not? Okay, let's get going. Oh. I just kind of thought I was dead for going the wrong way and stopped. That is a solid. I'm willing to bet that just based on how this is going, we're gonna have non-linear scoring. Probably like kind of exponential rather than compressed. Like Toxine last week that had compressed non-linear scoring, but Frostbite had exponential. Well, not really exponential, but you had to go farther and farther to actually hit the same point increase. So I imagine this is going to be that way just because it's relatively easy. So let's see this one. Ooh, low contrast. I don't like that. Can I get a better angle on my screen or just up the brightness? Like, because my screen does not do contrast well. I got the brightness way up, but it just makes the death flashes stupid bright. I could probably turn those off though. Let's see if I can turn those off. Graphics. Now we can just focus on playing instead of getting blinded at every misstep. Yeah, there we go. I should probably just leave it that way. That's kind of what invincibility does. Right? Like it doesn't flash because you haven't actually finished with invincibility. Right? You still get the effect, you get the sound, but you gotta keep playing. Okay, let's move on. I forget what the expectations were. I should double check the doc. Okay, what's the doc say? You can barely read that. 28.9. Alright. Oh. They are all 50 seconds. I swear one of them was different when I was looking at it a week ago, but alright. Fair enough. Really? Level up at 12. Okay. That was sooner though. Okay, that's just straight up hard to dodge. And it looks like you've got more space than you actually do. Yeah, I am not liking this low contrast gameplay. It's so hard to just see what's happening. Like, I imagine I'd have a chance in a pitch black room with screen at full brightness. That's not right now, it's the middle of the day. I'm in my living room. Hello there, welcome to the stream. I'll read your chat in a bit. Alright, well, we hit the minimum there. Yeah. So I've got a TN panel for my laptop screen. It's one of those early 120 hertz laptops. So yeah, part of it's viewing angles, but it just doesn't do contrast very well. I guess when there's high contrast is fine, but when there's low contrast, well, you can't really tell what's happening. Oh. Yeah, okay. So I'm guessing you're somewhere in Europe, because it's 2:30 in the afternoon for me. So East Coast wouldn't make sense if you're getting up in 6 hours. I'm on the west coast of the United States, beautiful state of Oregon. $11.20, okay. It's a 9-hour offset. That's something like Sweden or Germany. I know those countries have 9-hour offsets from me. And there it is. Oh, glad to have you on the stream. And I cannot fight those scores that you set down on Toxine and Frostbite. That was insane. I do have 170 on Technicolor, so I might get to 180 and max out the score on that. But I'm trying to improve Narrow Dance, and that's not been going well. Yeah, we're lucky he's not participating. I mean, I guess he could still come in at the end and just try to sweep all of us. Seriously, I can't tell how close it is to the center. It's really throwing me off. Surprised by N-Dagger's performance. Like, he's demolishing the level leaderboards for the main levels, but he's just not doing quite so well. I mean, he would have had first on Vault if it wasn't for me, so I guess there's that. Yeah, I dumped maybe around that many into Insight as well. After I got the 109, I just stopped because I knew that I should not have even gotten that far. So, yeah, why bother? I saw that. Yeah, I don't know how you work with so little information. Because I just feel like I'm being starved for information in that level, and at some point it just becomes impossible to keep going. And that seems to happen around 90 seconds if I'm lucky. So that's why getting to 109 is like massively lucky. I just kind of predicted where I would be with each move and kind of got enough of the gameplay ahead of me to just lucky guess it all the way up to there. Yeah, I suppose if, you know, I kept playing levels like Narrow Dance where you have to basically develop muscle memory to move certain distances, that I'd be a little bit better equipped to play Insight. No, I can do squares, and I can do heptagons just fine. The thing is that it's just, I mean, yeah, I guess you're right. You should practice on a level that uses the same size of shape. But matching up distances is something that I just haven't needed to do because I can see what I'm doing on pretty much any level. And Narrow Dance, it also removes that, but it does so in a way where you're still able to read what's ahead of you. You just have to stop worrying about your cursor's position, though. Because trying to pinpoint that doesn't work because of how slanted everything is. Right, like, what Insight does is it starves you of two different sets of information. It starves you of where you are in relation to the obstacles immediately around you, and then it also tries to starve you of being able to look ahead at what's coming up. So that makes it, you know, doubly hard, whereas with Narrow Dance, you only really lose the ability to accurately tell where you are in relation to objects, and you can fix that by developing some muscle memory for how far you need to go. And then from there, you actually have plenty of vision ahead because, again, it's slanted, so you can see farther ahead than the others. That pattern is like guaranteed death. You can actually see them where they spawn in Toxine at the very start, which is kind of funny. The tunnels, okay, so that's the one where you have to go all the way around the octagon. This pattern. I'm fine with those, but I hate that pattern there. It's like RNG. And I can't really tell when an obstacle has stopped being a hazard, so I end up running into stuff that I should have already passed. Alright, now that's just stupid. I could kind of tell that these things are going to kill you if you bumped their sides. Yeah, I noticed that. If you run up against the wall and stay there, then it'll probably kill you. Or you just don't even have enough time to get around it. That can also happen. Great kill screen, by the way. Seriously, that was an obstacle that already passed. Why am I being killed by it? I've actually been killed by one like that on Acceleradiant. It pulsed back out, as those objects tend to do, and I got killed from behind. Literally clipped it and posted it. Only 65 on Frostbite? Wow. So I put over 600 into Vault, which surprised me. I didn't think it was that many. On all of my number 3 updates, I have attempts for the levels, so you could check that out. I don't remember them off the top of my head. But yeah, certainly a good thing I'm familiar with the command line, because then I'm able to just do a directory listing of my replays folder and then use Notepad++ to count the number of times that a level's name appears. It's remarkable how compact everything is. It's like you'd think with that many replays it would take up a lot of space. It really doesn't. Bruh, really? Right. If it bases the inputs off of the system clock, if you were to try and run a replay of like a hacked run, it would actually break. It should break, right? So let's say you use Cheat Engine to slow the game down, and that way the game isn't aware that it's being slowed down, and then as it's saving inputs from the replay, those inputs would be based on the system clock. Then when you click to play the replay, it would play all of the inputs at whatever speed offset, and then the replay would crash, right? So then, what the person's, I forget who said it was, but I forget who said it, but somebody suggested that you could use the sound of a replay to make a fake record. That's assuming you're using speed hack. Well, no. If it uses the system clock to save the time of each input, then that wouldn't work, because a replay of a slowed down game is not going to be a viable replay. Instead, it would just bug out, right? Like, it would crash, and then what? I'm not saying the game would crash, but like your cursor, it would, in the replay, it would crash on something, and then I don't know from there. Because it would still be trying to process inputs, but the player's already crashed in the replay, so I'm guessing it would just kind of stop. It could crash the game if V didn't consider that, so I guess there is still the risk. Seriously, that thing was not in the way. Oh, frame rate. Yeah, that could be a problem. I know for a while I was playing with unlimited frame rate, but then I've started limiting it first to 360, now I'm at 480. When I'm on Linux, it'll be 360 because it doesn't run as well, whether that's Proton or the NVIDIA driver being NVIDIA. I don't know, but 360 is about fair for that, because I can, like, when it dips down, it dips into the 400s, right? So I want my frame cap to be below that so that I can maintain a stable FPS at that cap. Well, the native version doesn't work. It fails to launch because I don't have glibc 2.32. Debian-based distros just have a problem with that. So that's why, as a developer, you probably don't want to build something with the latest library available, because it's not going to work. Now, for a game that's released on Steam, that's just a tricky situation to be in overall. If this was a standalone application, you release a flat pack and call it a day. But yeah. I can play it natively on the Flatpak of Steam, but then nothing with Proton runs, and also Open Hexagon runs like crap on the Flatpak, so I'm like, yeah, Flatpak's not worth my time. Some people swear by it, so I guess good for them. Alright, see you later. Alright, well, this is just annoying. Let's turn the brightness down, because I hear this is going to be insane. We got back and forth to mix things up. not sure if building from source would work, right? Because if it needs a library just to run that I don't have, would I really be able to build it? Probably not. Dang, those are actually pretty narrow. Yeah, but if I can't play ranked with that, then nah. It's not like I'm losing that much performance, though. Like, a low FPS on Windows, which is where I'm currently at right now. I'll be moving to Linux soon. But like a low FPS on Windows is going to put me in 500-600. And I'm playing with it at 480 capped, right? And that's perfectly fine. I haven't had any issues with replay accuracies, as far as I'm aware. That, I suppose, could be a problem if it causes the ranked server to just reject the replay, because there are errors in it. But, you know, that would, I guess that wouldn't be an issue if I couldn't play ranked at all, so then why would I care? Wow, that is super hard to figure out where you are. Yeah, some AMD cards are kind of unstable, and also it used to be for the really old AMD graphics cards that there were absolutely no drivers at all on Linux. So, yeah, NVIDIA had a leg up back then. I'm hoping Intel Arc gets good. That might be interesting for Linux. But at the same time, NVIDIA's open source their drivers. Maybe something will come of that outside of the data center. Seriously, okay, that should not have killed me. That's got to be some curving going on. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I had a friend who actually had to take apart his GPU and redo the thermal paste. It was an AMD GPU. You know, I was thinking it was a driver problem, but man, hardware instability, really? It's the back and forth, right? But, you know, I feel like I've accounted for that, and I'm still crashing into things, so, you know, what else is it, right? Yeah, like, okay, so I was in the middle of the last one, so why is it that a tiny little movement to get over to the middle of the next one puts me way over there, right? Like, like I know how far I'm supposed to move, so the fact that I'm way off to the left seems to indicate that there's some curving going on, because I didn't hold that long. I also find it interesting that's right about where I died last time, so does it just start curving at like 33? Why did it go that far? I didn't hold left that long. Yes. Oh, so they can change my player speed. That's true, actually. There's a spiderweb level that I've played where the longer you hold, the slower you become. Yeah, so why is my speed, like, suddenly increasing at 33? That's the 4th time. Oh, it's not set. No, it is set when in Lua because, or unless the level is responding to my movements in that web level. I'll show that level in just a sec after this event. But there is actually a level where the longer you hold, the slower you move. So you have to move in bursts. Alright, to this one. See how I'm just holding? So if I just hold here, it goes really slow. So I have to move in bursts to do anything. Yeah, that just kind of kills it. Okay, so maybe what we've seen is that the Lua file for this level does not change the player's speed. But whether it can be changed is another matter. Dang, I like the song, but this is not fun to play. Okay. Yeah, I see what you mean now. I'm glad I finally came around. Ooh, there we go. I do have to remember that those are tighter than what we get in Technicolor. Those ones are not, but... Okay. Well, now we know what these do. Let's work on Ezekiel. Oh, I can't see anything right now. Well, that's kind of a lie. I can barely see stuff. But brightness goes up. I don't know if you've ever read Ezekiel in the Bible. It's got some crazy stuff in it, just saying. Man was on something, I guess. Right hand is not liking me right now. Just gotta change position. not have my arm, or, you know, give my arm more space to extend, and that will make it a little better. What is with those things? They kill you when they're not supposed to. That's funny. Just go the complete wrong way. Yeah, I can't see anything at all in that section. I don't know where I am, I don't know where the obstacles are, I'm just playing completely blind. It's essentially a kill screen. Good, that was a small one that I could actually see for a little bit. Alright, that one turned from 1 to 2? When did that happen? Man. I just want to be able to see what I'm doing. No wonder I did so well in automation so quickly, right? Like, I can actually see what's happening in that level. That should have already passed me by the time I hit the thing, but no, it just slows down or something. Cool. We should all just agree to make it brighter. It's not like the game implements cryptography for level packs. That'd be cool, but maybe it does for the well, it has to for the leaderboards, right? Because then the replay wouldn't be right when you send it to the server. But at the same time, like, everybody's replay would get rejected, then what do you do? I wasn't referring to encryption so much as, like, cryptography to sign that the level pack, that the levels in the pack are not changed, right? There's none of that going on. So, you know, a person could, you know, very subtly change the Lua file and give themselves a slight advantage on an OHL level, right? Because there's nothing that's checking that the pack, but like the levels Lua script is the same thing as what was distributed. And honestly, like, where are you checking against, right? Like, there's no server holding it to check against, so, like, you're not going to run it against a zip file in MediaFire, on MediaFire that was handed out, so it just isn't there. It'd be cool if level packs could, like, put in the IP address or domain, probably domain, for a server that hosted the leaderboard scores for the pack. That would be a decentralized way of handling scores for user-made levels. Yeah, I see what you mean, right? Like, that's not a feature in the game yet. It would be a cool one, though. Right, and all you're doing is saying, yeah, send packets with, you know, the HTTPS protocol probably with these data to this server and call it a day. Not necessarily, right? Like, you could have a server for hosting multiple packs. So let's say that a team of pack developers get together and say, you know what, we want to host a server for all of our packs. So then each pack will point to the same server. The server is configured to handle each of those packs, right? But you're not putting an undue burden onto the server that's, you know, running for the official levels that just come with the game, right? These levels. So no server is running leaderboards for levels that the server owner did not agree to. I don't think so, because the pack dev would put in the pack what server it's going to go to, and then anybody who downloads the pack, it's going to end up going to that server, right? So it's not like that pack is going to point to multiple different servers. It's only going to point to the server that the developer pointed it to. Well, I mean, that's actually a faulty assumption, right? Because we are relying on Steam, so records before Steam don't count. And if a person gets a score locally, maybe they're disconnected while they're playing, their score is not going on the leaderboard. So again, right, leaderboards are a half-truth. Certainly better than nothing. But again, going back to what I said, if you have a developer just have the one server in their pack, and that's where the scores go, then, you know, unless somebody copies that pack and redistributes it, right? Like, you're not going to have, you know, the scores for a particular level on multiple different servers. Now, a person could, like, host their own server and host all their scores there. That could be interesting. Right, you can still distribute a pack without a server, that's fine. But if you want to, right, that would be a cool option. And again, I'd imagine that some pack developers would work together and have a server for multiple packs. Yes, theoretically. However, part of what these servers do is they take the time that you start the level and compare that to the time that you send the replay for the level having been finished, and they check to see if those are in line. So even if you have a valid replay, if you're doing something like using Cheat Engine, then the times for those things will be way off, right? And so then it will know that you're using Speed Hack. Now, you can hold on to packets and fool at that. Like, you can just capture a packet, keep it in quarantine, release them at the right time later, and fool it. That's fine, but that's a lot of work to go through to submit a false score. So if you use the same sort of infrastructure for that sending old replays isn't really a thing. And like you said, replays are based on frames instead of the system clock, so that means that you're probably going to be able to falsify a replay pretty easily. Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean. It's not as good, that's for sure. And it's not like the anti-cheat that's there is perfect either, as I explained. The question is, how strong do we want it to be? It's probably not that big of a deal for this game at this point in time, but you know, maybe it blows up in popularity, and then we really have to think about that. Right, like for Geometry Dash, it's been quite a problem. There have been techniques for fooling people with respect to demon completions, right? And that's just a YouTube video. But there are also techniques for fooling the game's servers when it comes to star grinding, so we've gotten way better at catching it, but back in the old days, like, man, it was so bad. Yeah, I haven't played OSU. Just haven't gotten into those sorts of rhythm games. I know there's one that spawns like circles and trails that you can click on, and then there are others where it's just hit the button to the rhythm, and they're like 4 buttons. I've also seen like an anime girl run and jump kind of rhythm game. Saw Star Grinder playing that the other night. Boy, that must have been close to a month ago at this point, but anyway. Yeah, I just haven't gotten into those. It's been GD, Open Hexagon, Super Hexagon, and I get it, OH is not really a rhythm game, but the same sort of people play it. Yeah, I know. So for GD, it's usually has to do with statistics, right? So if a person doesn't have very many jumps on a level, that could be an indication of no clip. That could just be the level's design. So, from my understanding, some algorithms have been written to detect that. There was a really bad anti-cheat that came out in November of 2017 that looked to see if you had at least 10 attempts on 8-star, 9-star, and demon levels. And if you didn't, then it would uncomplete those levels for you when you load your data from the server. And so I'm like, well, I've actually done those levels, some levels of those ratings legitimately, so I'm like, nah, I'm just not gonna load. I'm gonna manage all my data locally. So, man, I think I would lose like 250 stars if I loaded like that. It's kind of funny how that works. That's also the only way to merge data from That's like the only way to merge data from like Meltdown and Sub-Zero and GD World, which you shouldn't do, right? Like, you have to play those on an emulator, activate root mode on it, pass those files up to your host operating system, and then load those game files in Geometry Dash instead of your regular ones. Save that to the cloud, and then from there you can go back to your regular game files and load, and that will merge the data. That's how you can get the secret coins and the icons and stuff from Meltdown and Sub-Zero. But again, you shouldn't do that because, you know, there's a reason why it's not built in the game. RobTop doesn't want you to do that right now. But anyway, going back to cheat detection. So that's one of the bad cheat detections, just counting attempts. There's better cheat detection now that's been put into the game that looks at, I know it looks at level statistics. We also look at player statistics and star grinders. I don't know everything about the algorithm that's currently being used, but I know it's very effective. And we've been using it to keep the leaderboards cleaned up. It's been a big job ever since the leaderboards went back online about a year ago. 14 months ago or so. Now, as far as the Demon Slayers go, the guys who are playing Extreme Demons, cheating there has really just relied on creating a video that looks like it's legit, but isn't. And there was a technique developed by a player named N-Level that was supposedly impossible to differentiate from legit gameplay. And so a lot of the leaderboard moderators for the demon list, they just held on to that secret and never revealed it. I'm not sure how things have evolved since then. I haven't really been keeping up on that. But to my understanding, it is possible to do some undetectable stuff. But otherwise, generally, players have been looking for things like spinning object changing direction to indicate a cut, background getting offset incorrectly after a certain period of time, because the background moves at a certain speed and you can kind of tell what that should be. You know, generally legit players are going to play with low detail mode off, because if you have low detail mode on, then it hides the flashes that occur when you hit jump pads and portals and gravity pads, because if you hide those, then you can make a level automatic and people can't tell. I find it kind of funny that Riot and Cyclic for so long actually did play with low detail mode on. It doesn't really improve performance from what I've seen, but it certainly allows you to hide stuff. Yeah, Task could do it. I know that they've been adding like streaming requirements and being able to hear clicks and things like that, so they're making it a lot harder to pull off those sorts of things. You if I'm playing with the mic right now, you can't hear me hitting anything on my controller for this. If I was playing GD, you'd probably be able to hear my clicks. But I stopped playing GD because I was tired of being told when to play the game. Because GD has this thing in it where you get diamonds like for playing daily levels and every 8 hours from quests. And so I was just playing the game to get those. And it was like, yeah, this isn't really a good way to be playing the game. So I decided that I just need to stop and not play games that try to tell me when to play them. So, Open Hexagon, I could leave this game for a month, and I wouldn't be missing out on anything at all. Unless, except for like a tournament, obviously, but that's not built into the game itself. So I ditched a couple of mobile Pokemon games. Neither of them are Pokemon Go. I never got into that. I wanted to, but never did. But anyway, I ditched a couple mobile games as well at that point in time, right around Christmas, 7 months ago. Yeah, that anti-cheat, or those measures, I should say. It's not really an anti-cheat. It's kind of annoying, but at the same time, right? Like, what are you slaying those extreme demons for? Right? You're trying to get famous. You're trying to do something impressive. Own up to it. Just stream. Just keep going the same direction. Nice. Too far. One of the things that we suspected Noctifly of doing way back in 2017 was actually setting up auto parts in a level and then doing something in-game to activate it, like a suspicious jump. And so then he could play it normally on stream, and then when he wanted to pass that part, he could jump somewhere or, hit an invisible trigger and then start up the auto section so that then he would just be guaranteed to pass it. And that's really easy to do with wave gameplay if you're playing without low detail, or if you're playing with low detail mode, I should say, because it hides those. It hides like sparks from hitting the ground. It hides for the wave, it just hides gravity changes. That's all you need to hide for the wave. Makes it way easier. And then, of course, you could try to fool people as to whether it's enabled or not by using texture packs that, or just game settings. There actually aren't settings inside the game itself for this, but you know, you can change some values in some game files and change you know, whether there are particles or flashes and that sort of thing. So, you know, low detail mode, it removes the random particles that you'll see in flying type game modes, like the ship and the UFO and the wave. Well, you could keep those around, but then disable the flashes and be like, oh, well, I've got low detail mode off. Yeah, sure you do. That would become immediately obvious the moment he hits, you know, a visible gravity pad, and it's like, well, you know, that should have flashed. Why didn't it? Bruh. I'm not sure if I've really lived up to my admin status. I got it pretty quickly, probably because of some work I've done in the Stargrinders server, and then also the video I made regarding Noctifly. But then after that, it's like, yeah, I got a job, then went to school again, kind of fell off a cliff. Not me, but like activity on the server. I wasn't nearly as social as I used to be. And that kind of just seems to be the new normal at this point. You know, back when I joined Stargrinders, Discord was kind of new to me, so it's like, oh, new social media, I'm going to use it a lot. And I still use Discord, obviously. It's my primary way of interacting with people, but I think it's kind of fallen to the same status that Facebook did for me, right? Like, after a while, I just kind of stopped interacting with people. So I eventually deleted Facebook, did that last winter. It's gone now, thank goodness. But I feel like kind of the same thing has happened with some Discord servers that I've been on. So even though Stargrinders keeps going, like, I hardly say anything there. Right, because on Facebook it's kind of like, well, that's just the open web, I guess. There are some groups though, but I never really got into groups. So it was just a whole platform that was kind of like that. And yeah, I get it. It's kind of based on what friends I have and stuff, but like, that just becomes your environment, right? That's not going to go away necessarily. You can shape it a little bit, but yeah. With Discord, each server is its own environment. It's way different. But my point is the same, right? So for that given environment that I used to be active in, I'm not anymore. So, and that's especially true in Geometry Dash because I'm not playing it anymore. But even when I was playing it, like, I just wasn't that active in SG, despite being an admin there. Okay. 62.995. See, that's the sort of thing where if you get that message, your score is not being uploaded. That's a problem. Seems to happen a bit after an hour. Okay. That wasn't a 1 minute increase. That was like a 10-second. Oh, 1 min. I see what you mean. Yeah, about a minute of survival. There's a 10-second increase or so. I'm guessing this being easy is just a balancing problem. Alright, see you later. It's good having you here. I'll give this another couple of attempts and go back on Money Goer. Let's see if I can run up against the sides of these. Or whatever. Just play.
Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over.
Boy, it sure would be fun to modify this and have like a 0.99 that doesn't have this back and forth nonsense. Okay, nice. Nice. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it good there. Cool levels. I guess I should probably give this a quick shot, shouldn't I? I'm not playing it enough, though. Oh, I got a text message. Like I'm going to some kind of get together at 6 o'clock today, which is in 2 hours and 15 minutes. So that's not a lot of notice, but you know, I'm free, so why not? You know what? Let's try and do something crazy with this level. Alright, realized I need to log in, so, because there's no point in playing that if I can't get a score. So I'm going to turn off desktop audio and blank the screen and put in my password, because obviously it makes clicking sounds every time I hit something, so... And we are logged in. Alright, minimize OBS, don't need that using up my GPU's resources. So I had it on another screen, so yeah, the GPU would have to drive it if I didn't minimize it. Regular or double? Well, 1.6, we'll do regular. It'd be cool to get a record, put it on my phone, and then take that to the party. It's like, oh yeah, this is what I did earlier today. I just realized I should probably turn on my replay buffer if I'm trying to get a record for putting on my phone. Because it's a lot easier to just transfer. It's a lot easier to just transfer a MP4 via iTunes than it is to pull up YouTube on data, right? Because then I can just play it offline. So there we go. Oh wow, it's having trouble keeping up the FPS because of that. Let's change my max FPS. I mean, it wasn't even hitting 360, but I'll put it on 360 because that's probably just going to be more stable. What the heck is that lag? Okay, well, I guess we're just going to have to end the stream and I'll record it normally. Thanks for watching. Bye.